Okay then, those of you may have seen this locomotive on my mate's website, on his YouTube channel, which is Monaro Door Slammer. This is my Western Australian MSA Garrett in N scale. I've been doing some repair work to this recently. I'll just show you. I'm just going to do this for you. just been putting the body back on, so it's a bit of a tight fit. Doesn't really want to come off at the moment. There you go. That's the cutout I've had to put in the smoke box door for the front drive shaft. As you can see, brass tube, brass roof and all, plastic cab sides. And then that's the drive mechanism. One motor driving both ends. 5-pole motor. Unfortunately it's not a skew wound type. And these drive mechanisms used to be 060 German tank engines. Until I extended them, modified them heavily. But needless to say, after scratch building the centre cradle, I'll put the bit of insulation here, the wire insulation, bit of piano wire for the drive shaft, bit of piano wire inside this drive shaft, and a bit more wire insulation for each flexible drive end. The front of the firebox on this one is the mounting piece for the motor. 2 screws hold the motor in place. If I just pop this over here for the back, bit of a short run without the bodywork on it. Oops, I've just derailed the damn thing. Good one. This is just a short bit of test track on the front of my workbench. Allows me to see what I'm doing. And as you see, the mechanism runs. It's not quite the quality of Kato or Tomix. Despite adding pickups to the front drive unit, I still happen to find dead spots, which is a bit ironic, a bit ridiculous, but still. So this one just sit back down properly. Everything just basically sits together on this one. No screws or clips or nothing. There you go, one West Australian MSA in N scale. It's basically built exactly to scale, but with N scale, to get 3'6" gauge, you have to oversize all your measurements. So truly she's N 3.5. But she's running on an N scale track. Let's give you some of the shots to it. And just for a bit of imagination, I'll do a pacing shot this way. Oops, bloody dead spots. Might clean me track one day. Normally it holds a set of 4-wheel wagons, so hopefully I might stick another YouTube video on one day of me Garrett running with carriages. So there you go, one of my usual traits. Put real locomotive coal in the tender of most of my locos, and then even though it's mostly set up for doing working headlights on the tail end of this one. It's more practical not to have headlights on it. That'll give you a bit of an idea. Now, the only way to show the other side, take it off its track, spin it around. With all the new wiring to the front end, which is not as flexible as it used to be. Try to get the wiring a bit better. So that's the fireman's side. What I've finally done after all this time, I've replaced the vent pipe here at the front, the new one. The old one broke off many years ago. Get the toolbox, the water hatch and the headlight at the front. That's the pipes from the injectors. Steam generator and safety valve up here. Up here is a vacuum silencer, if you can see it. And yeah, no, I suppose one day I'll end up bothering with putting some weathering onto this. This camera's not going to autofocus because it's basically a digital photo camera. It can do video form. You can see the brake details I put in underneath the boiler down here. You only just make out the electrical wiring coming through the firebox. It's running up to the front end. There's the back end detail. I have got another video on YouTube showing an SN3.5 version of this very same engine. A mate of mine built it here in my workshop. So for those of you who go to my website called Kev's Workshop, you'll see a lot of my projects there. And anyone coming around to build or learn how to build or scratch build, repair, I can teach all that sort of thing here in my workshop. But yep, it's not very flexible at the moment. I'll give you an idea. I can bend around. Oops. There you go, that's better. That's about its main bend. It'd be nice to test her out on a layout again, just to see how well she takes corners now. If we get more flexible type of wire than what I've got, it'll be even better still. So there you go, N scale West Australian MSA Garrett.